Hey, welcome to Blue Jacket Apiary. It is, well, I'd say it's a beautiful day, but it's really kind of overcast. Came out last weekend, consolidated all the hives down into one box with the exception of one. And it's been a brutal week, and, well, I'll just start from the beginning. It's been a rough year for beekeeping. Some funky weather, early stuff, dry spells. It's just been a really strange year as far as weather patterns and flows and everything else. It's been a rough year, but you know, that's the nature of beekeeping. When you depend on flowers, when you depend on things that are way out of your control and are subject to the whims of the weather and everything else, you're just never sure what's going to happen. I started, well, last week I had 5 hives here at the property, and I'm down to 4. One of them got robbed out. I came out here, and the hive was completely empty, except for some robbers. The only thing left in this hive was some pollen, and they're even after that. So, you know, it's been a rough year, and this is just proof. You know, I would say it wasn't even one of my stronger hives. It wasn't my weak hive. It was one of my stronger hives. Doesn't matter, you know, stuff happens. And so I'm going to clean this up. I'm down to 1 box in each hive. I'll consolidate, move some frames around, make sure everybody's got similar amounts of honey, because, you know, there's still some goldenrod floating around out there. I don't know if they're getting any nectar or anything from it, but I'm going to cross my fingers and knock wood and, you know, all that other stuff that is a load of hooey. But, so winter's not even here. We haven't even had our first frost, and I've lost 1 hive. And that's just the way it goes. So I'm down 1. I've got 4. Like I said, you know, it's kind of strange that it wasn't my weaker hive, but it wasn't. It was one of my stronger ones. And that just goes to show that, you know, bees are going to do what bees are going to do. So stay tuned. So this is down inside of that box. As you can see, there are bees everywhere. They were coming in the front, going out the back, just going crazy. And of course, it's gotten a little bit worse since I've opened it up, but it was completely empty. 2 boxes, and both of them, I know they got robbed out because, let's see if I can get one out of here with one hand. If you look, it's kind of rough. I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but you know, the wax and everything it's just rough, and which means it's been uncapped by the bees, and they all look like that. So there's no colony left in there. They're just going through here making sure they got the last bit of any honey or nectar that's left in there, and they're going to rob it blind. So that's what happened. You know, I've tried to prevent this, but sometimes it happens in spite of your best efforts. And, you know, there's not much I can do about it except clean up and move on. So stay tuned. All right, so there it is, the apiary. If we start at the left is the one that survived. I tried to split again. That one and the second one here went queenless, so I ordered a couple of queens. And so the one on the left here did really well. They filled up a full deep all year, which is more than I've had in the 3 years that I've been doing this now. We're coming to the end of year 3. The second one did okay. I never even put a second box on it. They filled up maybe a frame all year long. So I took some from this one, gave it to them, so now they're at about 4 or 5 frames. This one got robbed out, so now it's an empty box. These two are doing quite well, still going strong. They've got about 5 or 6 frames of honey in them now. So we'll see what's going on. So I've got these two, and that's a rob out. So they're still in there. They're still getting pollen. If I was to go down close, you could see the activity around that one. I'll leave it out here probably another couple, 3 or 4 days, just to make sure it gets taken completely dry. They get all the pollen and anything else they want out of there, and then I guess I'll come out and get the box and take it in for the winter. Kind of stinks, but you know, it happens, and so we just roll with it. That's all we can do. So I got two, and an empty, and we'll see how things go. And there's your hive report for the 23rd of September. That's how it happens, you know. I try when I come out here at certain times of the year, like I don't come out in July and August because robin is easy to start that way because there's just nothing blooming. It's dry. Nectar and pollen are at a premium. And so if I open up a hive that's even remotely weak, run the risk of it getting robbed out. And I don't want to do that. So I just don't come out then. Well, evidently I started something last weekend and, you know, it happens. I don't know what else to say. I tried to prevent it. I did. And so I've got those 4, and then I've got the one over on the farmer's property. I'm going to try to get over. I was wanting to get over today, but there's just so much stuff going on. I'm going to try to get over. Like I said, I'd like to get over today, but I don't know if it's going to happen or not. So we'll see. But again, there's your hive report for 23 September. I've got 4. 1 got robbed out. We just move on. All right. Enjoy your weekend. Be kind.